Hello friends, welcome to the video series on interesting question and answers in Oracle SQL and PLC. So here is a very interesting question that I have received from one of the subscriber, and the question is to write a SQL to find the last date of the month without using last day function. Of course, this can be implemented in a number of ways. Let me show you two different ways by which this can be implemented. Let's start with the demo. So here is a sample data set. I have four dates like 1st Jan 26, 10th Feb 26, 15th Feb 28, 25th April 26. Of course, the easiest implementation to get the last date of the month is to use the last underscore day function. First, let us see the usage of last underscore day function. As expected, this function will return the last date of the input date. For example, in this case, input is 10th Feb 26. The output is 28th Feb 26. So here it is 15th Feb 28. The last date of that month is 29th Feb because it is a leap year. Now the question is to get the same result without using the last underscore day function. Let us see the first implementation. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to truncate the input date as per month format. So basically what it will give you is, irrespective of whatever the date we are passing, this truncate function will truncate to the first date of that month. So in this case, 10th Feb is the input. We got the 1st February 26 as the output. So here 25th April is the input. We got the 1st April. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add 1 month to this date. So for that we have a function like add underscore months. So this will add exactly 1 month to the date, so that we will get first of the next month. So in this case, 25th April, we got the 1st May. 10th February, we got the 1st March. Now I'm just going to subtract 1 day in this so that we will get exactly the same output, whatever we are expecting. So this is our output, right? Now let me show you one more way of implementing exactly the same detail without using this add month function. So let me copy the same query as it is here. Right, so now let me remove this part so that we will see the next implementation. Of course, the logic of the next implementation is almost the same, but in a slightly different manner. So here what I'm going to do, I'm just going to extract the date. Let's say to care of date. First, what I'm going to extract is month component from the input date. So the month is like Jan, Feb, April here. And then I'm going to extract the year format or year from the date. Okay, now I'm just going to construct a date, something like this: 16 followed by month followed by year. For example, in this case, 16 February 26, 16 February 28. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to convert, because this is still a string. So I'm just going to convert into a proper date. For that we can use to underscore date function. We just need to pass the format of this input string, nothing but ddmmyy. Now we got the date. Now I'm just going to say round of this date to month. This will take us to the first of next month. So now I'm just going to say -1 so that I'll just subtract 1 day from there, and this is our output, right? So the logic of both these methods are almost same, but with a slight different variation. And here the key learning is how to use this trunc and how to use this round and how to extract the components of each part here and how to use this add months here. So just to summarize our learning, so here is the two different ways of implementation. In the first method, I'm trying to take the first date of the month and then I'm adding 1 month to that so that we will get the first date of next month, and then I'm subtracting 1 day in that date so that we will get the last date of month. Similarly, in the second method, I'm just trying to construct a date, okay, saying that 16th of that particular month. Intentionally I am saying 16th, or you can say any date from 16 or after 16, because whenever we use the round function, any date from 16 or after 16 will get rounded to the first date of the next month. So after that, I'm just subtracting 1 day in that date. To understand more about the round and trunk function, because round and trunk function is not just for number, it is also applicable for date. In fact, you can round or trunk the dates based on a month or a quarter or a year. Okay, in fact, all these details I have already covered in this video. To get more information, I would suggest you to watch this video. If you have learned something new, please like this video. If you have any such interesting question, please drop in the comment section, or you can drop to this mail ID. And thanks a lot for watching this video.